corruption be kungana, but mami we be kungana as a corruption kungana.
Jane.
Yes.
Oh, Charlie.
That day, I wrote on my Facebook that before corruption will kill Ghana, till Ansah.
Accra FM.
Or bet to bomb Ghana. Or your man boy for.
Oh.
That is what she is.
What?
Who should be before now? She had Ansah for stop.
No. Many sir.
How many days are? Now, sir, be ni mamu we ni ase.
Obe criticizing a Juma, but this personal.
And Juma say be it is not personal.
Also,
if she's working like a witch, what's that?
But I didn't say.
Is she an angel?
You didn't say she's working like a witch. You say it's a call now. So she anwa. Who be here? No who no na. Well,
how would you know say obi be here nyan Juma?
Oh,
question,
Bobie. I think this is unfair.
But how would I know you are editor? Is it not because of your work?
Because I'm the editor of the custodian.
Exactly, because she's in charge of witches.
She's in charge of witches?
The first day, now, me Ansah press conference, and me conclude yes, so corruption be kungana, but mami we be kungana as a corruption kungana.
Jane.
Yes.
Oh, Charlie.
That day, I wrote on my Facebook that before corruption will kill Ghana, till Ansah.
Accra FM.
Or bet to bomb Ghana. Or your man boy for.
Oh.
That is what she is.
What?
Who should be before now? She had Ansah for stop.
No. Many sir.
How many days are? Now, sir, be ni mamu we ni ase.
Obe criticizing a Juma, but this personal.
And Juma say be here. It is not personal.
Also,
if she's working like a witch, what's that?
But I didn't say.
Is she an angel?
You didn't say she's working like a witch. You say it's a call now. So she anwa. Who be here? No who no na. Well,
how would you know say obi e be here nyan Juma?
Oh,
question,
Bobie. I think this is unfair.
But how would I know you are editor? Is it not because of your work?
Because I'm the editor of the custodian.
Exactly, because she's in charge of witches.
She's in charge of witches?
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mni yang Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mni.
Say, my the next demonstration akwata so ewa Ashanti region. Yedru Kumasia yene nananom bekasa. Yene yenuanom bekasa. Yene ebusuafo bekasa. Assemble free 2020 na me ka kire Ghana for say ye be change Ashanti region narrative ye be change no. Radio Dom 2020 it me edge one seat Emma Gabi no mu say Ashanti region yantra wa ma obi amfa Ashanti region na Ashanti for say nwa ebio ya to sankra na ma wo mo enkane no na yenim enkane no na obi anti ase amanfo ani bieba amanfo ani eteba obi ehunu se amanyosem anye de ye wo me atumu amanyosem eye hwan na ebetimi a develop me kuro amame enti Arise Ghana Your next action and your way forum wedding, your meeting, your two year penny for him, your call a Ashanti region. Ashanti region ye no mbekwa akokasa ebechire ponumu adweso afijase mampon asokore aguna jamase obuase ofenso tepa adwira minti yebechini papa yako kaya asema achire womo Asamba akopɛ ne yɛde kɔ Ashanti region ne abusa wɔ mo sɛ ɛyɛ akwai ɛyɛ interchange ɛyɛ nnwuma ɛyɛ hospitals ɛyɛ markets ɛna mo pɛ anaasɛ Ghana card na mo pɛ asɛm a yɛde kɔ ano no ɛyɛ so simple na yɛaka kyerɛ yɛn nananom sɛ saa ɛyɛ tete nneɛma na ɔmo kyekyere to wɔn ma yɛn no yɛabɛnyina to so ahunu sɛ ɛyɛ ntorɔ yɛbɛsane no yɛsane no yɛasane no saa ɛpɔ no yɛasane no ɛna no me nuanom bi frɛ me firi Asante Mampɔn ɔmo si Bobie seesei yɛni kyerɛ he ɛna mo so mo nto aba ɛma deɛ ɔde ɛyɛ nsuo ɛbrɛ mo ɛwɔ Asante Mampɔn Akufuado ne ba pani fra Asante Mampɔn ɛna no ɔmo frɛ me ɔse Mampɔn hene ɛyɛ yewura dasebrɛ ne se ɔpɛ ɛyɛ community center na sabe sɛ ɔhene se ɔpɛ community center ɛnyɛ bɔne na emom no deɛ wɔ mu prɛko pɛ ɛyɛ asɛm baako pɛ ɛne sɛ aban wo na wodwene ɛma Asante Mampɔnfoɔ because Mampɔnfoɔ atua wɔn taxes a ɛnkɔ ɛyɛ Asante Mampɔn hene hɔ ɛndi sɛbe yɛwura Asante Mampɔn hene obi antimi nkɔbusa n'asɛm ɛyɛ wo aban no na ɛsɛ wohunu nyansa ɛyɛ president no wo ne ɛyɛ wapamfo na ɛsɛ muhu nyansa ɛhunu sɛ ekuro yi da wɔ adwuma nnim enti yɛmpɛ biribi nyɛ ɛma ɔmanfoɔ no enti yɛde asɛm bɛkɔ na yɛakɔkyerɛkyerɛ yɛ asɛm mu akyerɛ yɛ nuanom ɛnka ne no na ne yɛkɔsi mpanimfoɔ so de yɛ politics ɛnɛ yɛkɔ street mu yɛuse internet social media mainstream media ne yɛde akasa akyerɛ yɛ nuanom yɛne ɔmo nkasa nwie no ɔmo bɛte ase 2020 ɔmo te yɛ ase numbers na ɛbaeɛ no ɛkyerɛ figures no kyerɛ and this time around ye be increase speed no any ye kasa no ye nwie no ombati ase no omati ase dada and na no so ame action na course no last week me catch aban we say last week na me catch am say week e besim no action na be koso wo krom ano e be yo mo nwanwa ya so wo fom o de koso bia ye nim ye krom omo ni edi nkomo ye nuanom MPP fo bia Patrick Nana Kobe mensa insie na mensra wo Agbanyo Eric Desmond thank you Police Bruce Smith is here. John Kwabena is here. John Kwabena, Mama Kai, Madame for Soldier, and even from Major Kwabena. Mama Ketua connecting from Mile 7 at Chimota Accra. For Steve Cizat is here. Patrick Amper is here. Me pacho YouTube before no me rain fimo. Janet Akole. And so Johnny on Facebook. Muhammad Idris is here on Facebook. Thank you so much. Mama for na my FM newsroom. Boss Yoda. Any team ni na yadamase. Ansah Saraku. Asunaba. Yadamase papa. Mama for na my production crew and that's Kwame Kwache fit one day call him. And I say come on and let's talk we are the pande people pap salada. Thank you so much, Enoch. On YouTube, Omolara Iwalewa. Thank you. Aram Dollar Fiawa joining on YouTube. Godfred Apesma. Ewa Hase. Justice Men's also is on YouTube. Janet Aqua is on YouTube. Pamela Karku Nyako Adjania Yabua Philip is on YouTube. Jerry Jovina Kotubabi Force Adjania on YouTube. Thank you so much. Kwame me pesa me yi ade a kire omanfo sa video ye ho adwuma ma mesesia Kwame na awana ewo akwatia Ophelia Yawa our America. Thank you Ophi, thank you so much. Roland Bridges so are joining a YouTube so makasam be atremo. The reason why I make us and say Asante man for some bad demonstration a acquire a monka. Ya wo me minim acquire Rollins any NDC adaruma. A new road ya interbeting on be try tuam saa kɔ ekrom wa kwai ye nana akwasi afrifa amankwa na daroma kwa me nkrom anuma daroma akwa na de dam no yewra ɛyɛ the late Professor Melson so baaye no ono so be ye bi NDC ɛna eyi ɛyɛ emprem kwai udru aya ufri nintin na wura mampon a aya emprem ekwaya eda onsa benkum so ndis na eyi saa ekwai no yewura kufuado bae ena okofa kota ebeka so ena onam ebro ne bo se waya akwai no ekwaya asai ewa Asante Mampon me kire wade ketua bi almost omo be demonstration a yese DC ni se ompne emo nye demonstration no okay but me pase me kire mo ade ketua we mpacho ma me video no
Hey, so Asante Mampon kwaya eda tunshum ini tunsuma himfi so na ewo ho no tunsuma himfi kwaya da tunsuma himfi anim ni kwaya eko St. Joseph Seminary school ono na ewo ho no and Unity ono so is school tunsum kwaya da Mampon krom Udu Mampon station a branch writer tunsum ene ho no Mampon station enso ene ho no tunsum kwaya sei abom panifo aso a se o me kwan panifo ba ene ho china contractor ne ba beduru ho no ma oba ya na odwane be infie brebe ni kwan da so da ho no ma contractor bia amba ma be kwan no sene sia ni se kwan na so fua se mo moti ase ha de ka nko ka ma ntimenya hwe wa se ha nim se ja ana bibisi ihe emergency ayi bia mo moti ase ha de o mo nka ho bi unya be bia mfa hanyina ayi kwan yo ni mo afusa no kwan se nko ba bia bi ni so to a mshiswan ayi amanama gata kɛseɛ nko ara nkora no mu kɔ school no koraa na ɔmo asɛm koraa sɛ mɔbɔ because school unity school ɛna si hɔ no St. Joseph so ɛna ɛwɔ akyiri no nti sɛ nkora nketenkete mma ɛkɔ school no bi na ɔmo nam saa kwan yi so a ɛgata ɛne nwura wɔ ha ne nsɛ na nkora nketewa so nkora nketewa because unity school no yɛ school a ɛfa nkora primary ɛne JSS for nti nkora nketewa wɔ na akora ba school no wɔnam ha ne nsɛ ɛna ɛkɔ school a deɛ na ɔbɛyɛ because nwura akora sɛ ɛfo wɔ ɛtumi ma ebi koraa na aboa bi hyɛm bɛhu na wɔwɔ anaasɛ ɛyi na ɔmo nenam nwura na nkora nam ha ne nsɛ ɛbɛkɔ school mana ɛne gata na nsusuan no ɛgyidi atom saa no nkora so deɛ ɔani twa ohu bibi sɛ a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔbɛdi mu agorɔ anaasɛ ɔbɛyɛ ɛyi yɛn nsusuan no ayɛ kwan no ɛwɔ ha ne nsɛ no nsusuan kwan na de nsusuan ayɛ nsusuan asante mampɔn kwan a ɛda tunsuom ɛnie tunsuom ahemfie so na ɛwɔ hɔ no tunsuom ahemfie kwan a ɛda tunsuom ahemfie anim nie ɛkwan yɛ kwan a ɛkɔ
Maya kwaipi ubusa nse akwan ne dahe a na ada ne ntokwa ubusa akwan ne dahe a wo ya mebo Maya kwaipi akwan no wo he a wo ya mebo wo babo wan okay so adeɛ we wo se Maya nkɔ Ashanti region nkɔ ka ho asɛm Wei ba ko pɛ ne mayi o ba ko pɛ sɛ me do ko mampon aburukutu aso ene other areas a ubehu sɛ de ekuro no asi ayafa ɛhɔ na akufo ado ba pani efiri ekuro mo ɛhɔ na ne ba pani efiri ɛkwan no a me de kyerɛ no ɛkwan no me yi sesi ano ɛhɔ na ye fie si ebusu fie ho ne si me come Mampon a and ye fie ye close to Mampon station kɛseɛ no enti hɔ na me mane ɛfa ɛkɔ fie me kwa sometimes me nyusu car because me nante kuro no mu te sɛ a friend said ye nan collaborate saa kwan no mu me so na ye bɔbɔ ɛwɔ saa kwan no mu sɛ wo mo ni abre sɛ so amefo ya o mo so de beta mu o Mampon amanfo ni bie obia nyimi bie and I've been telling them says mutimi atrauma akufu ado daadaa mo esa kwose ba omiachi emba omia coming eye akufu ado na eba otu abama ba omia watu aba ama gabi eni Asante bedi atunum sa otu aba ema ba omia o ka kire Ghana fo se o pese krono no enmene yei o Asante mamu o ya Asante ni na atu aba ma eye ba omia o kire se eye akufo ado ni fiefo enkoso ani Asantefo nya so simple so simple asɛm a ye ka kire om ye guso a ye ka kire om Bobie listo wa no boa listo wa efri eye kwaman o yere ne ho ɛwɔ no hɔ o kasa kire ne nkrofo ba chafo so kasa kire figyasefo kwadwo ye boa no so ye omo de ye beka kopem sɛ ombe hunu sɛ enyem ya Asanteni na di mpuntuo ba okoye Ghana card okoye Ghana card sɛ watchro di ufiri mi fra Asante Mampon a enye no na di mpuntuo ba brew nyansani bia ne wa sɛ be na dwunu mu da o just wa bodam Just what you know, what but damn. And I what yes, sir. Into a month train, Yabeba, Tema pot. One more demonstration, no. Wouldn't say one more tears, one more so. One more a year query letters. One more pebia you one more di. Tema pot. Wouldn't say free last year, one more to 2 more salary so. Yes, workers no. One more to 2 more salary so. GPHA. Now, by next week, action be because what Tema pot. By next week, action because what Tema pot. You say. That's right.
Just like animal farm, justice mean inequity.
You say.
Who go say the truth?
You know, Sawa was the most painful part, and it say, Sa road no ewo kronim finfin.
Christian can say
Abba!
silence. Islamic leaders silence.
Adagba.
Silence. Traditional leaders silence.
Who go say the truth?
Truth for justice.
We are the workers of confusing call. Now, why are you going over him? We are the workers of confusing call. One guy's out here going over him. Who go say the truth?
Truth for justice.
Who go say the truth?
Truth for justice.
Mediana Kwabena Bobie Ansah, the old soldier, the old lion, Commander Boham, the last man standing till 10 p.m.
Everybody was afraid. And when Tina to my cottage,
Abba!
once my board dumping one another. But who go tell the truth? Nanai, or say a man. Nansobian person they can want some because everybody is afraid.
Ibrahim Yusuf,
I am Safway,
Moya,
who could drop on you not anymore. And who go say the truth?
Augustine Sapon records, I used my Ghana card to pay my transportation this evening.
So maybe a cup of bravo. If I know
Muhammad Yaya from Germany.
Na so kotrata down so be dia back or why no keke. I fene for be man mo pia for efo ne cross on my mo.
Abe!
Anya safwe mo
Mohinia.
Aku kutro for you na dalima. Who go say the truth?
Omo say o mine I can't say we actually a more be another. The reality is that Kufuado and Nabusia for wa bam awia o mine sika nyina, and that is the reason why we are here. And I think say Mensa Thompson number breaking yama down. Ofi ba chan for ewa ha. This one and apoku be ba ka yensa. Won't mean 5 envelopes no kwa na de abraya.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. No matter how you justify.
Abba!
You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help you. Now they
Catch up okwa wi aso nya ntem. Kwagbu die no.
Jobless no they mean senseless.
Abba!
Poverty no they mean useless. One day then go resist.
Yada mo nyina say someone joining here Augustine Sapon record. Thank you so much. AG Sawood, Martin Christian, David Apamausi.
Islamic leaders silence. Kings and queens silence. Traditional leaders silence. So who could say the truth?
Truth for justice.
We We are the workers of Confucico. Now, by area, why no better? We are the workers of Confucico. One guy's out here, why no better? Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, he did not see what I see so. Now your friend on an iron come out. Only papi obeka na sembia. So it won't bet you were too. Everybody was afraid. And until an antuma cottage again nine. Once my board dumping one and but who go tell the
buying crop for and come the Ghana for na too fun.
Nanai or say me.
Oh, okay, so Munim Ansah.
Because every
a man for to mean to be an inni. A man for to mean for a car.
yes, I
Fuel yent mean talk.
could drop
Oh, that's what I now would drink quite a bit too fun. If you know what to do. About damn, about damn straight.
Obiaja concern to grow your master to maybe a cacobrafo. If I need a if
To a funu.
now so could let down so be their back or why
Na
not?
why we are sika so na obi funu na akotu a
The cross
timia di papa ya tem saa mo di akowo wawu asmesi atu funu so okotwitwa ma ne ma wi o se dia yo yangwasi asam
say the truth.
yangwasi asam oze
The Omoka said, India, almost 20 MPP for a number of Moka.
oze
Almost say, I'm a morning near my inquiry.
mm
Or more an auntie say, for the mess at domain and son, oh, because Omocha da pardon to a quina direction say, don't go too far in the
emi
mirror. And some of my so say to a few more tweet tea. No,
ti efunu di ever kwa IMF and I know me catch you be say amemu eye nyansa eye common sense use wagene keke and you are good to go.
Silence. Islamic leaders, silence.
Nana Kwacha Nefi, Roland Bless, Atoklo, Augustin Saporako is here with us.
Silence.
Nana Quia of Fabia Fianco. Okay, so
Now, why no?
Adia Bakwa, a Yemen Wanga, Namentiasie,
Who go say the truth?
Makada, Marcia Ginubio,
Who go say
and a very sad situation. Sad situation, they say.
oh, he need to not see what I see so. Now your friend on a night come out. Only papi obeka na sembia. So it won't
Keta Portono, Omosi, and Omosi.
No, the eternity.
So,
Yeah.
and until an antuma cottage again nine. Once my board dumping one and but
okay.
Only something called no shipyard.
Omo in every Keta or the no ship here.
Say one say assembly parliamentary assembly say I then na port any hono mutuaneka. Quickly no me nom the call GAP Gapoha. And na Gapoha no also critique problem how na we never been no me in call Ghana shipyard.
Okay.
Many can say Ghana shipyard or more use as machinery and make it place redundant normal tone. Eti mino ka so suspending nipa and then also suspending nipa 8. At the year acquire idea enya momaka and wa interdict 8 of the workers. Me was sorry no documents we have send me no ka say here. O ka say na some ka say me list we meet.
Now documents ne crowd here.
Oh yeah, better and further particulars we have a count with na ye pia to. Aka nyaman kitin the pay pollution na IFA. Not just
who go say
also
There be more person and one bank quite any.
Unza sano osana nkwan nso ne besidia na kama but seriously ose shipyard ose hokra ose
O free Keta no.
the bar stop here tema shipyard unza omne training Ghana Maritime Authority
Yeah.
students omne more technical training
Yeah.
akora a ɔno yɛ service ba hɔ na ɔse boss overall kora menye bi ɛnhyɛ nso ɔmo safety helmet ne ade akora wɔ sɛ adan na ɛsɛ complain sɛ wɔnyɛ na adwo sɛ ɔbɛyɛ adwuma na wɔn kɔ apam no nti akora nkɔtara fie 1 year ɔnyɛ practicals
really
yes sɛ
yɛnyɛ adwuma koraa yɛhu adwuma wɔyɛ na yɛna kɔhyɛ baabi
ɔpam amanfo na nneɛma a wɔyɛ no wɔ hɔ no workers no wɔn sɛ adwuma na wɔyɛ no wɔn sɛ yɛ critical wɔn na service ships akɛse nyɛ yɛ nti welding electrical work nti in fact wɔn expose wɔn to so a lot of risk nti gapo ahwɛ wɔn free ɔbaa no ɔsɛ adan na ɔmo yɛ adwuma na yɛhwɛ ɔmo free nti ɔkotwam atwa ma hospital nso obi aba ama ne nhwɛ no yɛsɛ workers no ntumi nkɔ hospital bi ɛnya complications bebree nti atwa ma hospital nso obi ayare ama ne nhwɛ no ampa obi ayare kɔ hospital ayɛ nhwɛ
you don't mean it
I'm telling you saa boy no and nipa ɔno ane ma de no kɔ court
saa boy no ɔde sɛ
na fona sɛ yɛ ɔhyɛ space yi
ɛdi da dutuma sɛ wura fi ni de ɔdi
sɛ adutum deɛ akufa do ba
keta pot CEO no wura fi ni de
ne ma de no kɔ court ɔmo de no kɔ court na ɔmo de no kɔ
ɔmo da kɔ mi di asɛm tia da bi
akola ketu asaro
na ɔmo sɛ Kwabena akufa do aban me am say omo ya allergic to nya me say onim nyansa mo fa wonka ho
se omo no nyansa to sentu obe yusu chine ye se nyansa be gu ne so pa na wanya bi da bi o de am brother be katanity cause nyansa on to kwanta o mapai
serious
se na omo free kuma se na eba oduru chebi junction no nyansa do no mo pai fa chebi nyansa be twem ko kuma se enti omo nyansa no mo ni ma de koro omo ni ma de koro
enti se no akola no so ma na nye service no oi
fi ye some ka say ye further and better particulars yeah but close the oil ni de omanya hint ni say one net transport minister na o ma dwen say o ma kofa strategic investor bi aba na say otimi be to ho enti ye say o ya ade a ebe ma ho no I render useless
the na ba on say almost strategy o mo use since 2017 no they take the many state institution back state into they run it down enterprise they run it down then almost say na friends saying golden tulip
Alex you do say
yes
Alexander you do say
your friend is saying
Alex you do say free koketa ako support ama wo mo se ketafo eni akratfo wo MPP mo
engineers
na so akwaro aboda
ketafo
kan kwasasam ko a Minnesota ho jimi e kwasasam ko a
ayi ketafo eni eye akratfo eni akratfo ewo your friend say voter register MPP mu obi anka say confirm this ni o and MPP mu no omu ni keta krachi ya
just and
ti ya wadu say go keta go
support ema omo
na wangwa fa ya dodovi angwa go su omo sie ye no e wo chebi udu omotia
Alhaji Ibrahim agwagosi omo ende omo nye
ara no agwagosi amo
ye buza so musi omo ahimfie no fandrata benisi yakubusa ne din Gabi AC South Sports Complex
ama ne maami awu
ya kubusa din a esi ye omza betra ensamfo kwa na odi ho na the story no ye compile
anyway I your friend say when me say bust na bust enema efifiri oba no enye
bust GNPC
bust niema eba no ehu se edito sa workers ni chesi e be chesi wo mo no
na we ho Goel Ghana
oh bua
Kwabena Goel Ghana Go the car may say no money supply diesel.
Really?
Go Ghana. Me wa muso sorry ho. Omo be account ama wo supply omo supply omo you know fuel no. So mo first ke bi nko tum. Ah un say nka ne de enyama ne brew. Na watu aka. Sa no mo ye no. Ana me so mo nye payment bi nto. And the demand they no to 30%. They say near so to up to 90%. It is so much supply. Mon fact gold accounts no ma could be account for fraud be kura any gold accounts no be say mo no metu esca no.
Omo reason is
no reason when to ask supply. Something na could be reason there. No reason say pay be Bobie esca no be. What else? Well 2 months ago na gwelu free Accra ko Kumasi na unya tra Ansah unya diesel talk of so be do Kumasi. Yes institutions dey there and na Tom say can o render ni useless for strategic purposes o share that some beans well the MP crowd there asay
because boss to say no and come workers no any edin enye and come workers no edin enye and unim say omo yent say shipping yard de no
yes
omo person mo jam ema private investor now private investor krono omo pa de bi abreme
and na to the so omo wi
say on there
odo ma brere kwan say no to crowd dey say dey abufu ni say unse na won wa ekra oil eba no move OMC so ho na ekra oil eba no OMC na to age SC BDCs na to age SC amom because some no tanks aha enti BDCs ne ba no ma GSC amom na ndo mo ye o ma GSC se bia de 500,000 liters ne ekugu mu a ubakwa ba be fa no na ka 420,000 liters 80,000 ayira na ye dia no credit to na no abaye talka ba no ma na atwe aton
share unim so omo bo sa game ni bi with a year sports ministry
okay
mo ko parliament say mo per $170 million e dey all African games samre we mu ena na pegbuka no bosia no na wo gisa na eno akwajo chumbo afu busae all African games no wanya prostitute
David
okay car bank eno moji scan free ho
okay
omo approve wie no car bank enye scan ma omo na be ka kire parliament o se car bank enye scan ma enti say omo ko secure another credit $140 million omo enko fasa kanemra emra meye na unima adse mi amete and me busa pani bi say because car banks can omo approve awie parliament approve so which means edi and I kra no ebeba betom
aha no wo fa won say we nya ready mi kwaji bi wo ba bi edan mi no ababu
enti we no beba betom later na che say alafa ma adwo ho
Kwabena you see I think say about that issue so but and metie minority leader in parliament I wasn't happy you see IMF for buy o bagan buy no na 7 ye the almost $1 billion of syndicated loan akọ parliament Emma and insurance and quite over 50 million in Babia Saudi Chelsea can
750 and a
250 yes
250 there no insurance
50
50 million
you see sa sikano omo ka kire yen say without sa sikano the government is going to run to a standstill not just a buying team aketua but share loan agreement anymore Echrese omo di sikano omo besi omo di bi beye swami interchange omo di bi kosi we say yes no money there we can wait because you are telling us to say if we don't approve this $1 billion syndicated loan for the government cannot pay salaries But offer loan agreement no more. The purpose of Sikana interchange and project be stadium name no be on person boy. Until where does salaries of workers, public sector workers fall under that particular loan agreement? And no almost say approve it Bosiana more they can pay salaries. They must be able to tell us. And for me, I think say yeah. One more decide we ebeji Bosia they will blackmail us with public sector. And if you don't approve us, because Kwabena, this is not the first time. The first quarter, when they were going to borrow, when they were going to borrow the 3 billion, they said, "Oh, if we don't approve it for them, government cannot even pay salaries, and the government will come to us." They took it in the first quarter.
No, the current one, the 1 billion, have they?
No, they haven't.
Omo approve 750.
What you say?
250 no Omo approve.
Say World Bank for so crime. Say Ansah be catch say sir, 660 million no. Na ye kwete can say Omo de mayo no. Omo boa. They gave us $930 million. Over $300 million no efahen.
Na ada na a minority no. Omoma ye mwa womo ne ye mo dawro tse de ye community ayi. Chire Ghana for the ntie ni kwa say omo support omo
because we catch try and say wo minority o say you are approving the loan, and yes sir. The explanation they are giving to us, they say if they don't approve that loan, a buying government business will come to a standstill.
But the management should know better.
Government business, no so. Who's your loan agreement, man? Government business is behind no loan agreement in him. So $750 million, no, where is the money going? So but one day, and what's the after way? On the for Fraba. No, my catcher say, "More prove my we can't pay salaries." They blackmail.
Where are the taxes they are collecting? The internally generated fund or more GG? No, na. A baby the Ghana for can.
Sashi Canada one. It is gone already. It is gone because
in the narrative.
No, it is gone because your interest payment and amortization alone is taking over. Because
your person can say, "Oh my God, who's gonna do it?"
Because you see, Kwabena, you see, and on say in 2015 under John Mahama, you call IMF no. Now one of the reasons I call IMF not debt sustainability in Kahon.
No.
It was a structural issue we had with the energy sector crisis. And no, why? Even though 20 start, I'm not Ghana Bobosia, but Bosiano na abare de aye nyuma. To say University of Ghana Medical Center, expansion project, a friend is saying, circle interchange, terminal training at the other. And those projects, because they are capital intensive and I say revenue generating project in Tino. Sa problem na buying so na nya me no to any did go to taxes no na every project no na dey go to sa to no into so that burden was not on government, but when mo dey because sika o mo die no o man fa nya adwuma bi e sika bebo mo di no o mo no munti no
there was no buffer
say no bibie ni ho enti o mo domestic revenue na in the first quarter total government domestic revenue was about 25 billion. Total debt servicing and amortization was about 28 or 30 billion. Not just say a bro, so just say this is a buying boka. So they had to borrow to pay the surplus and then borrow to pay salaries. That is what it means. And because it says they say, you know, in the first term 2017, 2018, 2019, Oman find project be this say they depend on the taxes. And the taxes or the taxes to your income, your friends saying debt and amortization, interest payment and amortization asa. Until this no they bit into no or local banks no one but me I don't believe in this narrative because share there a more parliament. Bosi omo parliament international loans. Domestic ones no ko. Domestic ones so no ma boa no body to salaries. They be where call the commercial banks. Every month is the commercial banks who finance government salaries. Omo de tua
What do you call it?
Like overdraft. That's how omutia na abanko pesika na aiden abetu omoka. Enti say na we say ya approving 750 million and a $1 billion loan amawa untimi ntua salary. I don't believe in that narrative. But ya mo de sa narrative no blackmail ye. They bobusia ti ahwe ya the one you approve amount you want to salaries once away who approve $750 million we more and the bear 3 months 4 months because a salary that $750 million you melting almost if I say $1 billion so I said that's about 8 billion Ghana cedis, right? 8 billion Ghana cedis. It can pay your salary for at least 3-4 at least for the next 5 or 6 months. But Obo say about 2-3 months. Ombasa be kachire. Ombasa go for another loan agreement aba. No ma kachire say oh, ma approve where am I? Next month you into your salary. Wow, you decide on what the abobo sian say no more discount.
But Tom is what he said. Say sa na kwa na yakura ya approve more ma. Yen so ye high home because Kwabena who approve more mu wi a. So na ka $750 million. Was what you could ya salary kwa MBA.
Yeah.
In the next 3-4 months, I could 1 year. No, Sika no kobo go to ya
because interest payment and amortization. It's the same. Yes,
domestic.
It will move your interest payment and amortization.
That is it.
As I say, you know, 1 year. Me say 1 year and from next year going in there. I said I predicted this year. On the beginning of the year. Now my E-levy.
Yes.
I told you say we pass E-levy more. They will still go to the IMF. I blackmail no more. I almost strategy.
Because they had IMF in contemplation when they were doing that.
No, they will go. IMF in there. You see, the way almost say a year economy. No, that is their only way out.
All right. Remember, Kevin Taylor sent me a message. Possibly they are selling tall metals as scrap.
Yeah.
Can you also believe there are no CCTV cameras at all?
Yes. Will abobo enya se bi na ebibo abobo no ma tete ho ma and the case new is ochina on be video about CCTV no CCTV but no ma tete ho ma ni nyina no ma disconnect CCTV nyina and na omo ye imagine say initial no so renovation na renovation mo say cast bar na twe heavy metals ko efa bi ma eno mo so massive tonton bi as scraps to hold there a chrono power. I to go send a Saturn I will say it. As it was said what not all. Omo de car at the catering services a supply to Dianeka. Omo de car the British Airways a car. No omo ko every weekend be no more the British Airways for car. Catering service a momo dia no mo domoka. To baby nani oil no oil at all oil. At the catering service for car. And the good for no there be a mebo there be you can listen can say obia yaman hotel say only beshi in fancy so na no jubebu muku no na so na de tia onye left hand man no ntu an ka man nko ni penalty me ahwa dey we so na so the Ghana man your problem.
But lecture be tie from Lagos no also send me message be or say Bobie, do you know most of University of Ghana official vehicles are grounded because the university is owing Total Ghana and cannot buy fuel.
And other na say and that time na papa engine hon kan ye intimate of true because on almost here sa fuel overdraft the ma wa oton na ma call aye payment it's so much jam mo ntimi ntua.
You see and you see with Paul you see top problem is very serious. When him say you tua up to date is just to toll recovery levy. Toll debt
something that was supposed to last for a while.
Toll debt recovery levy. Ebesine ye tua a car toll airbow. What to say and okoto fuel la. San kwasi ade no krono mudi wo toll nti. You are paying more for fuel because of that. What you say? Na Kwabena enti sa ekana about enti ekabe nkwa na yetua. Anka samre by 2017-2018 kasanka recovery levy because it wasn't a permanent tax. A tax ye to ho say ye de ba na eka ab to abroka bigu ho ti ye di sika na ye eka na firi ho ye tua from by 2018 later 2018 2019 o sanka scrap is at levy no ye tua be si samre enso ukokto a eka no ayegu ho no am multiply by 10 Kwabena eka be na wutua na multiply into Jimmy
would Eduji send me and ya Eduji Tamaklo? Would Eduji okay so also the sizable badge is being robbed of some copper wires and metals. Fuel tankers have been left to rot. The sizable badge Mokai badge
the power badge.
Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so and Arise Ghana Jumedi Kessier on IMF issues. Kwesi Pratt Bekasa lawyer Martin Pebu was there, Dr. Gamel was there, Dankanamwa was there, Adongo and so Adongo analogy be our my name me depa Utiyo Yako Hospital menko Michakota Ebeko Utiyo Yako Hospital menko Michakota Ebeko one day na fedie ada bebu ahwe na yese omo so kwa so wonko no yese ekukuru wo na yede otoka mu Eco Hospital force. Now in this case obu o ayem fa no hospital yese ye friend doctor no man be fi no ba be hwe because ukukuru du kura nkukuru in this day abai we ukukuru na nkukuru e di na yese ye friend ma ayem fo mum tutu o mo na mo ba no me hwe yarefo no but ye go tie Akwasi Pratt ne sermon on IMF and baby and 70 be afifa ye bedi e wono enkomo now ayi bi e wa say global info omo researcher omo aye omo se eye John Mahama ene Baumia John Mahama dem
and the stupidity of our leaders is one of the problems. Going to IMF is a bloody waste of time. In any case, somebody should be telling us, anybody, tell us, just one country, only one country in the world, which went to the IMF and solved these economic problems. Just one. There is none. There is no country in the world which went to the IMF and managed to solve these economic problems. Now, one thing worries me, and that which worries me is simply the lies that our leaders tell us. You know, the impression is created that this is the very first time that the Akufo-Addo government will go to the IMF. It is not true. They have been there 2 times already. This is the 3rd time. So why are they telling us that this is only the first time? When they came to power, there was already a 3-year IMF program. They decided to extend it for 1 year. How did they do the extension for 1 year when they didn't go to the IMF? Government Adongo is here to tell you that we went again. So we've been there twice already. We are going to go there now for the 10th time, this government. Now this government went the first time, it did the extension, what happened? It went there the second time, what happened? We haven't moved forward. The simple truth is this. This country, and indeed many countries around the world, are facing what you would describe as a systems collapse. It's a system which is collapsing. It's a system which doesn't work and will never work. It's a system of exploitation. It's the capitalist system which is collapsing. And if we don't come to the realization that the problem is capitalism, you can change governments over and over again. You can make Bernard Mona the president of Ghana next year. You can make anybody the president of Ghana next year. The problem will still be there. You are facing a crisis of neoliberalism. Capitalism is no longer in a position to resolve the president of Ghana next year. You can make anybody the president of Ghana next year. The problem will still be there.
All right, so that's it live at 100.5. Listen, Kwaba, and Jumadia Cassia course or Arise Ghana. Ora Pegu raises serious issue that in actual sense, Esa Kufado resign finito. Baby, I'm do a minor druno. Esa or resign. Adongo Adongo raising issues about a Kenuforiata Tia Odeso Etio. And it seems like the whole government here overhauling. But the next question I'm on for Ebusan say, moving Akufo-Addo out of power, what do I neighbor? Baumia or resign Baumia Naba? They are busy. I mean, I'm not for so busa question or because or resign somebody must take over from the our party no. Na unpa krono mehwe aban so. One almost one ayo. So where do we go from here? It seems like yejinamram na yetu amna. Any program no. Quick touch.
Kwara mamindi kan cheti for nchami nuan mabegafo. Mensa ni prof na menchia wonso ne wapamfo ne edumaso a moye bo my Ghana. Adia ene esie no na many atete kakra at some point. At some point in so no na menyan kran shebi se o my Ghana betimi anya ojefobi na ni nyina so ne se de se yedin a eda yesu ya yesore enu nti de koso na ne de ne tofa bom ene se Arise Ghana kwadwindwen o my Ghana ho ewo eye platform back so platform na e course no I think is the third meeting na yene public no enya. The first one was our launch and the press conference, and the second one was the demonstration na in 2 days, the historic one. And this one is the first time having such, you know, an imdefo an intini ne nipa akukudam bese enum our platform back so. The first speaker, Obekasaya, no, which means he took us so much into the history of this country, even up to somewhere 1955. The very salient point I peke woni Kasanimunina was about where or the VW car etutu koko sack boho second no ton koko 1 ton. Yeah, I think it was in sack. 1 ton of cocoa. Now which me to VW cars no mako miensa. Emense sakuraka. Na ene so wo ton cocoa bag back wa unya the
same value.
Friends cocoa 10 tons a na ubetimi ato way back. Nti wo kan ameyadwen akosi so say akosi broni economy ne Ghana economy no, there is no way broni ebetimi adwen o my Ghana ho in respect of IMF. And of course media maka say Bretton Woods institutions no they are not for the interest of the African, especially the Ghanaian. And mostly no so no omo hu say yadwene na eda yetirimu no, so they will kind the IQ levels of the world Ghana out of 199 countries, near 190th no. A chair will say, Adrene were from papa na Adrene were from one new moment to a goose and any shares Adrian Munier. Man penny would do a name, Usha Kufadra. Now Adrene were from pa to say to the lowest minimum I could do bant macrapuso of us. So sometimes Usha analysis no na it just corresponds with the very reality Yetimu as a people. Then came Kwesi Pratt, whose work was to just deliver on his socialist, credentials. And without any ambiguity, I think, sir, he bought me at some point with his socialist, your friend is saying, and your man who can. And where I disagreed with him at some point was where he said capitalism. Who said capitalism? I could tell I just said, "Oh, come and let me." But the one I'm ye menina me bun any check a crabby. How do you mean? I say,
"We are capitalist."
Me a capitalist, and a real one I'm not, because I believe in capitalism. Yeah. Except to say,
and I say socialist hat.
No, it's not a socialist hat.
It's a socialist hat.
Petro, now tell me a clue.
That's it.
We capitalist and now we socialist.
But
so anti-Quara and then Urakosi Prata Simo Kaino. Very usual of him. He touched on the very, very simple and logical realities of this country. Shared the problems that every Ghanaian, including Nipa, Ebia, Sebi, Omo, Sro, to say Kufado, Emu, or share the problems. Now, for example, where he touched on, say, Dokno Boayedin, must you attend university to understand, said Dokno Boayedin? And now must you be a doctor of economics to tell the Ghanaian, said Dokno Boayedin? When we were selling Dokno at the cost of Komi, now 1 cedi, and then you 34 cedi. Now, by Umiabe say it's better than when we were using 1 cedi to buy 1 Komi. I was saying, who said, why do you know? I doubt him. No, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. Said we about dam. Said the air park was in Dumkayano. And when he simplified it with the economic prowess now or one, any your friends and to one or day mana, Emma Ura Kwesi Pratt, so yeah, I mean, he stole the day. Then came the lawyer. And also Ebemaye. Your friends and the legal understanding of what illegalities are buying a woman, especially when he mentioned Article 16, 35, 36, and 7, and also in Kenya. Just say I was said Ghana ni biano, Otimi a bonne bra, it didn't also send a se ne fata. You know, say Ghana ni. Say omampani bi abetena also na wotua to na woto na wotua no ono de wasa ne sirem e de gro medamase e de dware ma e wo wiem dware ne ho wo wiem dware mo to mo wiem na kakra wo so de boa ma wo so nya nkoso no kra wo nya e no so no na wo say ye ka ho asem. The third point na your friend said the third personality no the comment make here, it was very wide. Yeah, I think say no so ora pebu or ya dear papa and I knew that kanamo so be can petrol who says na the icing on the cake as usual was Ura Adongo, where he discusses a lot of the things that I think say platform way aboyama ya discuss pen ube kaise Kwabena ya na me catch say per my checks Ghana workers are your friends, contractors are my year Juma assume mine. And when we talk about contractors, Abai after some time Rollins pension a be our Juma crania mobilization. And I'm saying President Kufonso started my mobilization. Say your cast will be a contractor. Wa kope osika be your my Juma. Apart from the be a World Bank and I say be a foreign investments abemuno. One kasa na do sika ye said the emu na e di akamuno. Usika wode kwa pedi akoye abayadwuma no kwara enye obi na abo akonhoma enye obi na ahye wudwa entu wode usika koje abay contract na de koye ne se ene wakotena ho de Akufo-Addo mobile phone atua wafono ho a na chese akoye asem a eye how kese pa na joma me ekoro na oman no contract aye nyina no na it stood at about 5.6 or 6.5. I don't know which figure, but if they find say 6.5 na a huge amount no as at that time. Kwabena, could you believe say Akufo-Addo buy wa page sika from 6.5 no akwa could do 40 billion. It's in excess of 40 billion.
Contractors are
into Omoka Ghana 40 billion.
Na dey adwuma mpo no me no
So you can imagine, say, such a person. A BNA contract, I don't know what can you say, yeah, inflated cost no of a DNN Kayabia 5 million. Aqua could do 21 million. The
that
inflation,
is the NDA.
Yes.
Not the development.
No, yeah. So if you look at some of these things, now share Sika, yes, see a coup for the Bob Bessia, the baby round my room. Me could a question. Yes, member was a question. My question was that. Oh, say, we 271 billion, and of course, say, bro. Now, we catch that Ghana needs says, cannot be wrong, my moa. Ura don't go in his estimation and with his prowess, no. Obeti me aja to say says cano abe raw my way moana. Because says can be raw my way more and can economy ni. Then Kwabena, what puts the whole in a very few analysis of mine is say Kwabena, imagine say yes say yakoje sika and I say Kufuor etimi accrue be 500 billion. It's 512 billion as per the checks I had in the last 512 billion. Now ode fiscal decentralization. Na no regional and decentralize it even to the districts MMDAs. Kwabena, how many regions do we have in Ghana? 16 regions. Divide 500 billion by 16. And you are able to tell Kofi Unayen Kuntebu for. Tell how much money every region ebenya. Now the every region Ekufodo odidi peche until the region bia enfane de 20% emano at the presidency. 512 billion divides 16 regions. E hona be hu Ekufodo so ye wudini a sebi oye kronfo a chese ne kura no krampo nyansa ba kokura so san nim. What am I say? Because if you have 512 billion, John Mahama, the whole 4 years of John Mahama, no,
yeah,
now when you about 189 billion, the Busia bo any internal generated funds, Sika odibu mine, and no crampo no. As the time I make, there were arguments, so they can bring a better figure.
Region we have 32 billion. So
32 billion, Kwabena. If Ashanti region gets even half that money, if Ashanti region even gets 5 billion, and the face of Ashanti region will change.
Some the 16 billion I check for. Don't for 16 billion in Ashanti region.
What am I say? Who the 16 billion no crowd and for 16 billion Ashanti memu. For just 5 billion, who the for 6 billion no, not 10 billion no, and 30 no. Fadia can yina me Ekufuor one ekron for one wia no on for 5 billion in Ashanti Ekufuor cannot tell us say if we so be man penny no Ashanti enya 1 billion worth of project 1 billion. That's all my plight. That's all I've discussed. Yeah. Where you don't have to be a scientist. Would you say 32 billion?
Yeah.
On for 1 billion per in Ashanti Ashanti ebenya uplift. Ashanti has not gotten 1 billion worth of projects. 1 billion, one say. Out of the 32, it was Ashanti Mania. Now Ashanti poni yema na voter. Now they be kwasoro ho. Or from Muntafo. That's what he calls them. Of course, for tenny. No tenny yema media so. Tenny. That's what he calls them. Nature sentiment point 1 billion worth of projects. So you can tell a story of how Ghana has been ripped off. Yes, so when I hear comments like Sikano Omedi Ashe, then I'm very jittery because Kwabena Sikano Omuni. It is something they have put behind the I say war chest or my building to destroy further this country. That's what they have done. Looking at the plan and the projections they had even before Ekufuor became president, and the understanding I had from my ex. I understand the concept.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yes. So one need chunk of the money no. Cars no mo de dem no. Woman ni adwuma bia o ba bia o mo koye dia atọ cars no.
Let me tell you.
And the sika no mo wi anu abi no mo de yesa na.
Wo me wi sika o mo di bi. Wo ka so mo di bi a. The o mo di no is not even 1% of what they have stolen.
Fine.
It's not 1%. Look, Gabi cars name your mom. Yeah, Gabi, you know where abobra. Wait, yeah, can you put abobra?
That is why
I understand what you say, bra. You so be abobra. Oh, come forward. I'm robber way. I mean, when we talk about so be abobra, it is not even 1% of what they have stolen. And so you can't say omedi when it's about 1%.
Anyway,
the 99%, no, omo we akogu baby, they are going to use it to further destroy the country more. That is where our focus should be directed to. Se sikana akrofo na wia no. Ode beba. No dia bebu o man no enye IMF and was here call. The discussion should be said. Me here fiscal decentralization should say here. Kwabena. Ashanti region and all the regions in this country, including the smallest of all the regions, is supposed to get 32 billion. It's supposed to get 32 billion. None of these regions I have mentioned, has gotten 1 billion worth of any project. 1 billion worth. 1 billion. They can't even do that even in the capital. They can't show projects in the capital. 1 billion. Amount to 1 billion. They can't show. So it tells you that all that money, Zacchaeus Tujini, your friend is a Kenoforiata, and what is Hesikano, and what they are sending bottom. And you could afford no more Crawford to bottom for Balawo for no. Every year, Canada Kogu baby to further destroy this country. And that is my plea to the Ghanaians. Say, when we say arise, it is not just about the fanfare of the past where Bobie will rise up and Ansah will rise up, Pan will rise up, Listowa will rise up, Bernard Mona will rise up, and then let us just do the fanfare of talking. No, it was not just a talk shop. What happened today, is a way of pointing to the ordinary Ghanaian, to the kaya ye, ya or no, na brabo ensini ye, na ekufuadra or no, ne papa hotel or dija and then a japadi or dija, what tony in a dear koshuni, a tony in a dear na and ne, what tin who I see on my swa, a dear was what your my ye no, one in a bush as a sako baby. And he quack did there. Yeah. Now almost almost the Baba say or man to tell us who becomes president of this country, even in NDC or in MPP, into the foreseeable years. Into the foreseeable years. So right. That is the plight of the Ghanaian. And Ansah phony and the focus here, not all, but the alcohol to be precise. Is that so? Echo discuss here. And Kwabena, so you Ghana ni. Na wote hwa yeso wote fa kwa to wade so enti mum ye ma ye ho mene so na sabio yen ka no kre na nkyere ye ho na ye musa se sasika bebrebe na akufa do agye no ewo hi me gidi se etimi kasa because in the case of John Mahama I'm sure we are able to tell even se Mahama wi sika ye wa kronfo mienu kronfo baako ya ma ni watimi akọ wi sika 189 billion. We see Mu Hospital, a man named for. We am Robo. We see B Hospital. We see Drum. We see Suku Dine. We see Adai P. Why ya quine interchanges a hoodwo. Na Cronfo ready. Or qua, where we are no. One stand for BB a mafia. One no one ya quine. One no one see hospital. One no one see school. One see university. One see BB. One see Drum. It is a Cronfo with me no.
Oba no sabe bro.
What's that Oba no be bro? It's why and I was fata say. And what say ye ma a man for a dosono a fifi ni neoma mu a bibi mu etimi ebusa no kosa say o man pani Akufo-Addo was the first person to have posed that question say na sika ne we MTN advert. He's the first person and he posed that question to the